you to what you've been programmed
to, right?
That's
exactly what we're about. You have to remember that. Look, whether we get 1 million views or we get 1, it is still Be More. Believe me, for real. I refuse to have a generation behind me not doing better than me.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Right.
I can't sleep at night knowing the next generation is going to do worse than us. That doesn't make sense.
Be more for real.
DMV and Be More.
Put the number 4 up. Show
When
them
we
the number
live
4.
here,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we separate. But when you move outside of Maryland, we all the same.
We all the same.
We all the
Gotta
same.
play your role.
Tell them it is Be More for real. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Welcome to BMore4Real podcast. Get ready for the realest conversations anywhere on the net.
Keep it locked with us.
Whoa, Be More for real. Be More for real, man.
Be More for real in the house for a Wednesday.
Another Wednesday, man. Brought to you by way of Real Explosion, man. We appreciate all of our viewers and our subscribers, man. Rated R for reality. The realest conversation on the net. The realest conversation on the net.
On a Wednesday.
On another Wednesday.
If
on
it's
another
Be More
Wednesday.
for real and it's a Wednesday, it is.
It's a hump day.
It is a hump day.
It is. It is.
Welcome.
It is.
Thanks for joining us.
How are you?
It's a Wednesday. Danny, it's a Wednesday night, and welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Uncle Wayne. Welcome, Uncle Wayne. And we have a special guest with us as well, too. We have Mr. Jerome Singletary. So it's a pleasure to meet you.
We're gonna
go ahead and cut it up. We're gonna go ahead and cut that up.
Introduce no guests around here. We allow you to do it yourself.
Okay.
So welcome to Be More for Real.
Thank you.
Look up in that camera and introduce yourself,
I
sir.
absolutely have no problem doing that at all. My name is Jerome Singletary, and I am a native Baltimorean. I am from the good old West Baltimore, right up the street, Mondawmin, Glens Falls, and Rosedale. I attended Edgewood Elementary, Roland Park Middle, and the one and only, the Castle on the Hill, Baltimore City College High School. There is no other like it. And here I am. I went off to college at New Hampshire College in New Hampshire, and then I received my master's at Emerson in Boston, which took me to Los Angeles, which is where I got involved in this whole production aspect of life.
Absolutely.
I was fortunate to be a part of the beginning of the reality television genre as we know it today. I was the executive assistant to Mary Elizabeth Unum and Jonathan Murray, who are the mother and father.
That's all right.
They are considered the mother and father of the reality TV genre today. Without them, there would be no Kardashian. There would be no Simple Life. There would be no American Idol. There would be no Survivor.
Oh, so you the black,
Absolutely.
black part of the podcast.
Yeah, I was the black sheep.
Hey, hold on. We're gonna go ahead.
Where the bodies
We're gonna go ahead and clap it up for
Welcome
you.
to Be More for Real.
Welcome.
And I'm just trying to, make my way. And I'm trying to make my way here. I started my own YouTube channel where I was working to show that you can turn your test into a testimony. Your trials and your tribulations can become your overcome. That can become your torch song, as it were. And so not only did I showcase my own personal journey through heartache and struggle and triumph, but I also showcased those lives of others who are dealing with adversity and who are overcoming it, not just surviving, but thriving.
Oh, wow. Well, welcome to Be More For Real. Well, Daniel, how was your week?
Welcome to Be More For Real. Welcome to Be More For Real. It's definitely a pleasure to have you here. We're gonna get into that conversation.
Absolutely.
My week.
He's gonna be here the entire night.
Yeah.
How was your week, Daniel?
My week was well. This week was shorter than the last week. I don't know, for some reason last week seemed longer than this week, but this week went by a little bit quicker, a lot quicker for me. I were a lot busier. I was a lot busier, I should say, but yeah, I guess time flies when you're working. So I would say every day above ground is a good one. As I always say, every single day above ground is a good one. I would say that, I'm grateful for life and this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I also want to shout out. Look, we got viewers and all that. We got some comments and all that. Be More Pod. They say
Be More Pod.
Bobby B. He said Bobby B is here. We send a lot of Maria.
Hey, what's up, Bobby?
Yeah, man. I send the icon, man. My man Eric. We appreciate all you guys. I want to extend special appreciation to Dennis and Be More Pod, Dennis and Maria, man. Those guys are awesome. Sensei Sandy. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. A lot of
family from the other mother. We love Be More Pod.
A lot of you being busy is because of them. So I'm
speaking of podcasts, because we have you on there for the podcast. We learn a lot from Be More Pod. We bounce back and forth from them. Absolutely. And we have you on as a guest because we into the podcasting, and we a lot of people get into podcasting, but it doesn't last. Because they get into that feeling, oh, I can get into it. We just jump into it, and everybody think they can do it. They just feel as though, okay, they get in that moment, and it comes and goes.
Hold that thought for a second. Hold that thought for 1 second. We didn't ask how your week was, so we got to do due diligence, man. I'm
not gonna really get into it. Hold for real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna thank Be More Pod, but
let's give a round of
bringing
applause
you as a
too.
guest and thinking out loud. Right, we gonna do. But I want to thank Be More Pod real quick and bounce off of you.
Absolutely.
But Be More Pod, we bounce off of them each week because we love how they grow. And and they bounce off because we went on their show, they come on our show, and we like how, especially Dennis is like, we bounce off. So and as Black business, we don't understand. We have to help each other. We have to grow.
Absolutely.
So look, Be More Pod, we love y'all.
We appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah. So it's a shout out. It's not only a shout out. It's Be More Pod, Be More Pod, Be More Pod.
Before we proceed, we're gonna ask how you guys day was, man. We got a lot of comments coming on, man. Soulful Production said, man, what's up, family? Be More Pod said the cold. Man, send an icon. He said, man, is fresh. We're going to go ahead. Hold on. We're going to go ahead and clap that up, man. Is fresh to death. Is fresh to death.
I still want that wardrobe.
Von Diesel, man. He said, what's up, family? We appreciate you guys. He said, blessings be more for real. Blessings be more for real. Man, we got a lot of people in the comments, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for real. We appreciate y'all for real. Be More For Real. This is the realest conversation on the internet. Rated R for Reality. We the #1 podcast in Baltimore. 2020. Shout out Baltimore scene. Shout out the Baltimore Crown Awards. We appreciate you guys too. But let's get into it. Uncle Wayne, how was your week?
Well, listen, like I tell you, like I said, I am so blessed. It's like I get all my physicals, everything done. You get these health scares where, the doctor said, well, it's this. But then you go have all these tests done, and it's like, it's not this. So, like I said, that's why I tell you every week I'm blessed. I don't complain. I have no issues. You know, I have my personal relationship. That's why I tell you, I have no complaints. That's why I say no complaints.
We as black men, I actually just started with a new primary care physician. I just started with a new primary care physician. As a black man,
let's try something here. Let's try something.
The mic's fine. Am I just? I see. I was always told that I have a voice for theater, so I don't tend to eat the mic. But I'll pull up. My primary care physician brought me in brand new this past week, and his thing was he couldn't believe how extensive my file was, because he thought that as a 53-year-old black man that I was only coming in because something was falling off, that my wife had told me that I had to get in there, what have you. He didn't realize that I had been going and seeking out medical attention for umpteen years now, because I've had variant, emergent chronic situations happening.
So you have a primary.
I have a primary.
Did you hear that? He has a primary
physician. I have a quaternary. I've got it all, okay?
Absolutely.
I've got a team.
Words to the wise.
I've got a team.
Absolutely.
And it's so important for us.
Yes, sir.
As black men.
And yes,
to get checked out from the rooter
to the tutor. Hey,
primary physician.
We're gonna clap that up.
I wouldn't be here today.
Yes, sir.
If it were not for a doctor that I saw 13 years ago.
One more time.
She has kept
a primary physician. Yes. See, a lot of times we don't understand that, because a lot of times we only go to the hospital unless it's absolutely necessary.
Right.
And that's not when we should go to the hospital. We should, and it's not. And when I say that all the time, us as blacks, we need to do research in us as blacks.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Get second opinions. Read up on what they're telling you. Understand what they're telling you. Don't just take it verbatim. Don't take it at face value.
And our young ones coming up, we have to learn who we are. Yes. And God has put into each one of us wisdom to learn who we are.
Absolutely.
And we're not understanding that. We got to understand who we are. Yes. That's what it is.
And believe it or not, that's where my YouTube channel came from. I created Positive the series.
About to go into.
Okay, we gonna get into that.
Yeah, we got
your YouTube channel as well. Before we get into your YouTube channel, I want to continue with how was your week first.
How was my week?
I know we're gonna keep on. Look, this is the realest conversation, so believe me, we're gonna start on one subject, we're gonna get to other, but we're gonna come right back.
But that's what BMore4Real is.
We have to ask you. How was your week, sir, Mr. Jerome Singletary?
My week was glorious. My week was hectic. My week was doctor-filled. But my week was illuminating more than anything. I learned some things this week about myself, about what I have the strength and the fortitude to overcome. Because when people keep piling on, like I said, my primary care physician, he gave me, I'm not kidding, 7 different specialists that he wants me to see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I already see 8. So now that's 15. But you know what? At first I had a fit, but then I went home, I parsed it out, and then what I did is, because I'm smart and I did some research, I was like, okay, that guy also deals with this, so I can talk to this person that I'm already dealing with who can help parse me into there, and they can let me know, is this really cogent, or do I need to I can put that off. And so then I started to make sense of it, and it all became palpable and relatable. And then guess what? I went from DEFCON 5 to DEFCON 2.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and clap that up.
The difference, and the difference was because I was already learning, already in the habit of double checking behind what you as, because just because you got an MD behind your name, I got an MA behind my name, and an MPH. So okay.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
I can imagine.
Absolutely.
I can imagine you.
Absolutely.
I can imagine you with your doctors. You asking questions behind, but that's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Don't take it at face value. What they tell
Absolutely.
Right.
And not just because you want to get out of there.
That's a word. That's a word. That is a word. And we're going to clap that up.
Second guess.
We're going to clap that up. We're going to clap that up. That is a word. Let's go ahead and take a second because we got a lot of viewers and streamers, which we appreciate you guys, by the way. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you go ahead and hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Please join in, spam the chat, man. We appreciate you guys. But let's go ahead and open up the chat. BMore Pod. They said thank you, my brothers. We love you. We appreciate you guys. Dan D in the building. They say Jerome. And then we got Von Diesel. Von Diesel said, Jerome in the house. What up, bro?
Well, one of my favorite guests.
I love you, brother.
Roxanne Johnson. Hey, nephew,
That's
look
my auntie
good.
Godmother right there.
Shout out Auntie Godmother Roxanne Johnson. We appreciate you guys. Maria said, everyone, please like, share, and subscribe. For real. We appreciate you guys, Maria. Septimus the Great. Oh, my goodness, man. Powerful brother there too, man. We appreciate you, man. He said, "Hey, bros, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you, Septimus, man. The great
primary
Septimus
care.
the Great." He said, "Great production, great production." Send the icon. Send the icon. So like, share, subscribe.
Often, man.
I'd be happy to.
Hey, Bobby B. He said, "Hey, Marlo." He said, "Hey, Marlo," and then Septimus the Great said, "Hey, Rob." Long time, man. We got a lot of viewers, a lot of comments. Septimus the Great said, "What's up, Wayne? What's up, Wayne?"
Hey,
Icon said, he said the show is lit as always. We appreciate you guys.
We appreciate.
We also want to take the time out, just real quick. Send the icon. That's Big Brother Eric. He provided us with the gear. So just real quick, send the icon, man. He has the gear. I don't have his gear on now, but it's very comfortable. It's worthy of your attention is worth it.
We do appreciate it. We really do like the gear. I'm telling you.
He has a subset line of his gear, man. EBJR, elevate, believe,
and it's
rise.
And like he said, Eric does custom. That means custom. He may help with
he gave me a mug. I forgot to bring the goddamn mug. He gave me a freaking mug.
And then with the custom thing, that's what I like. He helps you out and makes some things for you.
Are you allowed to use profanity?
Yeah, we're allowed.
Absolutely.
Of course, we're allowed.
I am a preacher's son. So.
Okay.
Well, look, are you allowed with the fans?
Look, you do what you comfortable with. This your show.
I'm a preacher's son, and I'm gay, and he's Methodist.
Okay.
So I'm all
okay.
Wow.
So I'm all kinds. One more time, ask yourself. Ask yourself, sir. Ask yourself. Look,
and I love him.
We are BMore4Real.
Yes. Right.
One more time.
BMore4Real.
We are
for real.
BMore4Real.
All kinds.
BMore4Real.
We're all here.
So let's get back to the conversation though as well. Sir. You were talking about the doctors, which is really important, man. And I don't think a lot of black men understand the importance of doctors, especially when we're younger in life. You know what I'm saying? It's
why are there not more black doctors? That's a number one question. Why are there not more black MDs?
It's not the fact that it's black doctors, but it's the fact about having a primary care doctor, which I wanted to stress the importance of. And then you said, if I'm not mistaken, you said you had a secondary, a tertiary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
secondary, tertiary, quaternary.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He was rolling, wasn't he?
They got the imaginary. Every doctor you can. Yeah,
he had a specialist for a specialist.
Yeah, man, that's powerful. That's important, and we do want to express the importance of health as well. So I want you to continue on what you were saying about, having those secondary and tertiary references and stuff.
If I can just go back a little bit to my days in Los Angeles when I was working in Hollywood. One of the
so you were in Hollywood? Tell us more about that, please.
Reality TV, Los Angeles, The Real World, Road Rules, Big Brother, Survivor, Blind Date.
Tell us more about it, please do.
Well, that's where the whole healthcare situation began for me, because the jobs paid well, but none of the jobs gave me health insurance. So what I had to do, because I consider myself a smart black. I'm one of those smart niggas. And I said nigga because I don't use that word too often.
Hey,
be more for real.
Be for real.
There we go.
I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go to the holistic healing store. I'm gonna get the capsules. I'm gonna buy the St. John's wort and the echinacea and the mucine and all of those herbs, and I'm gonna start concocting my own medicines because I couldn't afford to go to the doctors. I didn't have health insurance.
And stuff that other people told you too, right? That worked.
Okay.
All my white friends did. All my white
stuff that people told you that worked.
Patchouli smelling like friends who did drum circles on Thursday nights at Venice Beach. Those are the ones who told me,
God bless
get yourself down to the holistic shop and get you some gelatin capsules and some St. John's wort and stuff those capsules and you'll be just as right as rain.
That's interesting because I don't know if you know.
Okay.
Do you know about Dr. Sebi by chance? You
the African
Dr. Sebi.
I do know Dr. I know of Dr. Sebi.
Right. No of. Right.
Yeah, I think I still have his WhatsApp number somewhere.
Okay. I know you big time. I know you Hollywood.
I know
we've all heard.
I know you Hollywood like September, man. Shout out September as well.
Heard of him, yes.
We know you guys Hollywood and you've dealt in Los Angeles and stuff like that. But about the medical and self-medication, what's the deal with that? Because a lot of times I guess the government doesn't want us to seek out self-medication. They get those
they want Western med,
those materials that you mentioned in order to improve our health and get to the botanicals and all of those.
But you see who's running the health now.
I have two friends. Okay, and full self-disclosure, because I'm an open book. If you go to my YouTube channel, Positive the Series, I am fully disclosing the fact that I am HIV positive. And let me tell you, I lost two friends who went to that doctor who was prescribed his salve and his magic pills and what have you. One was a female and one was a male. Now, let me give you this caveat. The male, he lived a lot longer than the female. I attribute that to the fact that the female received HIV from her partner who was on the down low. So he didn't know he was positive for the longest time because he denied the fact that he was sleeping with men. So he never brought that to her attention, nor did he bring it really to his attention. So by the time she found out, she was so far gone, she had 4 T cells. And with a woman...
What?
Yeah, and with a woman getting HIV and not being aware of it, and then allowing it to progress to the point of AIDS defining HIV, unfortunately, their lifespans are usually cut probably by about 68%.
Drastically short. Drastically short.
Horrible.
We want to take our time and pay attention to our viewers.
Not the cut. That is deep.
Doom and gloom,
but let me tell you something.
Hold your thought. 1 second. We want to pay attention to the viewers. We got
absolutely.
Icon. He said custom whatever you need. He got, and he definitely has it. I've heard. He said Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi. We talking about Dr. Sebi right now. Let's send an Icon. He said he let us know about minerals and healing and natural things.
Sure.
And rest in peace, Dr. Sebi.
And there's some things that I would absolutely believe in him for. But one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. I'm not going to him to buy my HIV meds. Because today, I got 6 copies of HIV in my entire body. I can go and get a blood test, a urine test, a saliva test, and all of those tests will tell you that I'm HIV negative.
Wow.
Okay? And that's thanks to Dr. Miriam Kambadi. And she is my doctor. She's the person that I credit for keeping me here.
Wow, powerful. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give you a round of applause. We're going to give you a round of applause. By the way, Heather Lewis as well said, Jerome, looking good. We appreciate all of our viewers and subscribers. So we're going look. We have
I love you, Heather.
We have a great conversation and a great dialogue, and it would be great to pick your brain because you're so open about the HIV and stuff like that. Right? The first thing that comes to my mind when you were saying that
you can't catch a cold from me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. The first thing that came to mind, you were saying that the female that that went to Dr. Sabi, that she contracted it from a man that was on the download that didn't want to tell her she messed with males. So there's a perception, or what do you call it, a stereotype that HIV is a gay man's disease. Do you have anything? What are your thoughts on that?
If it's a gay man's disease, why is it killing more women than it is killing us? If it's a gay man's disease. Because guess what? Those non-gay men gave those non-gay women the disease. So you do the math. It's not a gay man's disease. It's an every man's disease. It's an ignorant man's disease. It's a man who refuses to take responsibilities disease. Because I believe that if I take a vow and stand next to you as my wife, and I say to you that I cherish you and hold you above all others, but yet I still choose in the cover of night to slip off to Drew Hill Park at 4 a.m. and get my dick sucked by some random person just because I don't know him. I ain't never seen his face. I didn't get his name, his social security number. I don't know his mother's maiden name. I don't know his address. Suddenly that doesn't exist. But guess what? What you did with him, that happened. And what you did with him, it lingers. And see, what happens is the guys think that because, it didn't happen, they can go home and not shower and not clean up after themselves because it didn't happen. And to do any sort of cleansing activity means that they validate the fact that it did happen. So in order to pretend to stay in that realm that didn't exist, they're not going to do anything as a precaution. So now they go and they get in bed with their wife, and they lay with their wife, and they've got the remnants of that past experience. That didn't happen, but it did. And now they passed it on.
That's
thing
deep.
Is be responsible. You can pretend like it didn't happen, but go home and wash your ass before you get in bed with your wife. Just do that.
Wow, what a conversation. What a conversation. We also have a comment too. What a conversation. We're glad that you could be more for real.
I'm sorry.
We appreciate. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. This is what we're here for.
Yes, it was.
Because I have friends. I have female friends that I have lost, that I am sitting beside right now, who are in stages of renal failure. Because see, the thing is that HIV/AIDS is not going to kill you. No one's ever died from HIV or AIDS. No one's ever died from HIV or AIDS. What they died from are the complications. The opportunistic
complications.
So hold that thought right there. We got a comment from a center icon, which, by the way, we appreciate all of our viewers and everything. A center icon says that HIV is a man-made created disease due to research. What are your thoughts as far as comments like that?
I have no thought on that because you know why? that's immaterial because the bottom line is it's here.
And the
I
bottom
don't
line,
care if a man made it, a monkey made it, it fell from the sky, a mermaid jumped up on land. It does not matter where it came from.
That's the true fact.
It's here.
Regardless of who created or what was created, it is a disease.
Right. Okay, so it's a man-made disease. Now what?
Yeah. I mean, I can agree with it. It is a disease.
It's a disease.
I would argue. So, like, when you're saying like it's a man-made disease, it means that a man could ultimately have the cure.
Well,
and is reneging on it
because
now. Look, hold on. Let's realize this on a BMore4Real moment. On a BMore4Real moment, let's realize this. The health industry is not into curing. Because a cured patient is a lost patient.
A cured patient means no more money.
Right. So I mean, like with all that perception, it will still prevail because of the money that comes from the health industry. Absolutely. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thought is that the healthcare industry is a money-making industry. If it don't make money, it don't make sense.
Okay.
So you're saying...
So they don't want to cure you because if they cure you, you have no need to purchase their medications.
Oh, so you're saying it can be cured. Is that what you're saying?
There is a cure. I mean, now... This is just Jerome's opinion.
Hey, look, we are BMore4Real, y'all. I don't need a chance.
But look at Magic Johnson.
Well, look, that's what everybody say. You know, like I mean, it's just no.
And okay, let me take it from there. I'm gonna give you facts. There are at least 3 reported cases of German men who have been scientifically cured of HIV/AIDS.
I've heard that.
Okay.
I've heard that they no longer
believe there is a cure. If for no other reason than you can use stem cells to promote it. I believe it.
And let me give you another.
Look, there's aliens. I believe in mermaids. I believe there are aliens under the sea. I believe in all that. More will be revealed. Look at Diddy. Come on.
Oh wow, man! Man, this is the realest. This is the realest conversation. You are the guest on the show.
Watch how they can do this. How they can have a woman who's HIV and pregnant and can have a baby who's
not pregnant, not
right.
HIV pregnant.
Who the baby is, who's not HIV, the baby is negative.
Yes.
Right.
So
and that has happened.
Right. So and they can make sure of that. So when you see those things, it's like it boggles the mind.
Absolutely. And it does. It does. We also have another comment. We appreciate you sending an icon. My brother Eric, he said Dr. Sebi had the cure and the government killed him because the money they will make off of it. And that's a great point, and we appreciate that comment. I'm not gonna lie, I really appreciate that comment. This is the thing, though. Dr. Sebi was taking a court. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was in like 1984 because he did say that he had the cure for HIV/AIDS, and they tried him in federal court basically, and they were trying to say that he was false flagging as a physician and stuff like that.
Right.
And he wound up beating the case. And this is public information. He did beat the case. And it was a federal case as well. The United States took up with him because he said he never called himself a physician or anything like that. He's a herbalist and things of that nature. He takes advantage of the herbs and the things that the earth provides us to mankind. But as that relates, though, as well, look, think about it, because even in the Bible says that he gave us the herbs and the fruits for the healings of the nations. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I mean, and on a biblical sense as well too, you know, it does say that in scripture as well. So what are your thoughts on that as well?
Well, I do believe that everything that exists in nature has a purpose that God granted for us, for healing, for nourishment, for sustenance, for shelter, for protection. I don't dispute that. I don't have a problem with that. I think that where Dr. Sabian is concerned, if they killed him because he was too close to the precipice, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
You know,
I'm not saying he is or he's not. It's not my
I
endorsement.
wouldn't.
I'm not saying he is or yet.
And a shame. And what a shame.
Right.
And what a shame.
Right. He did live a long time though.
But you know what? The devil is a liar. And the devil is very much present and at work and at play.
Absolutely.
And so we all have to be vigilant. We have to be warriors against it. And, I guess we can't take everything at face value. We have to do what we need to do the research, to understand, and stand for something.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise you'll fall for everything. You
Absolutely.
Really will.
Absolutely. Also, I wanted to ask you, because you're more than just this disease and this HIV conversation. It's more than just that. It's actually you do a lot of stuff in production. You were in you have degrees and all that stuff in production. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the podcast. And tell us a little bit about the visions that you had as far as your podcasting goes as well.
Well, to be honest with you, when I started Positive the series, I didn't think of it as a podcast. Here's how Positive the series began. I went to a doctor's appointment about a hernia. And when I was in the room waiting for the doctor to come in, he took a long time. And I overheard a bunch of people in the hallway talking. And when finally, after 10 minutes, I peeked out. And then this black nurse came in and she said, "Listen, I'm sorry." She said, "But these ladies and gentlemen are really sort of flummoxed because they read your file, and your file's about 6,600 pages. Whoa. And so what they thought was going to walk in or roll in or be rolled in, walked in, robust, independent, without assistance. And they're trying to wrap their head around it because you should not have presented as healthy and strong and robust as you do based on what they read in their files of you. And so nobody knows what to do, and they're all afraid to come in. And when I heard that, in all the years, and now mind you, I've been dealing with Dr. Marion Bimbadi for about 6-7 years at this point. And I've been in comas, and I have heart valve replacements and knee replacements, all kinds of stuff. Never once did my doctor make me feel or think remotely that I was as sick as it turned out that I really was. And so I went home, and I was blown away because I was like, "What's going on? What are they talking about?" And I called my girlfriend, Dr. Nicole Francis. I hope you're watching. She's a friend of mine I went to high school with. And she's an herbalist, a tincturist,
tinctures, making tinctures.
She makes herbal tinctures. She's amazing. Wow. Amazing. Shout out to Dr. Nikki Francis.
Shout out Nikki Francis.
And
shout out to you too. That's a new one on me.
She has a radio show as well.
Tell her come. We'll be glad to have you.
We will talk.
I called Nikki and I said, "Girl, you will never believe what just happened." And you know what she said? She said, "You know what? I'm here to listen. But what I want you to do first, before you tell me, take your phone and record the message on YouTube. Make a video vlog diary of what you just went through. share it. Tell somebody out there what you just went through, because somebody else is going through, has been through, or will go through what you just experienced.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
That's what I did, and it's on YouTube.
That makes sense.
That is how Positive the series began.
That makes sense.
However, I never got to the part where I created a platform that allowed for there to be interaction. So I interview people. I'll call you and say, hey, Wayne, would you like to be on my show? And then you'll come over and I'll set you up in my living room and we'll make it nice and comfortable and I'll make you coffee and you'll tell me your story and I'll ask you questions and then I'll edit it and then I'll put it on my show, on my YouTube channel. But I never got the opportunity to have a call-in kind of thing. And it wasn't until the YouTube thing started that an African school reached out to me and they said, hey, we want you to come to Africa and talk to our girls about what you're going through. But we can't afford to pay to get you here. We can't afford for you to stay. We can't afford. And as much as I wanted to do it, there was no way where I was on disability. I was like, just barely making enough to, I live in Owens Mills. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing stuff strange for change to keep that. Exactly.
But let me explain.
So now, I'm trying to get
not just comments. We want to make sure. For one second. Well, hold that real quick. But see, this is what I'm saying. God puts a way. If you would have pushed, now I'm not saying. You see, that's the time you had to let go and let God, because that little moment would have changed that.
I regret that. I still, I'm telling you this. That was 4 or 5 years ago,
man.
And
because
I think about that like weekly.
Yeah,
weekly.
Wow.
I had a conversation the other day with someone. Because I know that's my ministry.
Yeah.
I know that this is part of my calling.
Yeah.
So no, you never.
Whoa, man, that touched me, brother.
People are actually writing in.
Man, they feeling you, brother. They feeling you.
Thank you. I'm humbled. Yes, I will. Like I said,
live. This is BMore4Real. This is BMore4Real.
This is deep. This is deep. Do they know me? Because they might know what I'm about to tell them. It's deep.
But listen, this is BMore4Real. If you feel comfortable.
Oh, I don't.
If you feel comfortable, then this is BMore4Real.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is deep. You know what?
I want somebody else out there.
You know what? Hold on. No, you don't. Yeah. First, hold on. I got to do that over. My mic was off. We appreciate you sending the icon. He said salute to the podcast. How did you get infected? And he said this is deep. Salute. Thank you for sharing. Sorry about that. I appreciate
you got
our engineers for letting us know.
You want to know the real reason? The way I got infected. I was in Los Angeles. I had a boyfriend at the time that I was madly in love with. He was HIV positive. He was an intravenous crystal meth user. And maybe the second or third time that we were intimate, he told me that he cared for me and that it was important to him that whoever he shared his time, his space, his life with were willing to share themselves with him specifically and completely. And so he wasn't trying to do the whole condom and the whole pull out and the whole. And so here's me. I'm thinking I'm slick. I'm like, oh, okay, got you. Because I liked him, but I didn't love him. So I was like, all right. And then every time we do the do, just before I found some kind of reason to make myself unattached. Let's put it that way. And the irony is, I did that several times, and I thought I had dodged it. And then one time, I went and I put my hand under the pillow, and I pulled it out real quick, and there was a needle in the palm of my hand. One of his needles stuck me in the palm of my hand. That's how I think I got it. I don't know for sure, but I know that he was someone that I was with for about 4 years. I made every excuse and every reason to make certain that even though we had unprotected sex, his pullout game was not good, but mine was. Mine was. But that needle got me.
So we appreciate you for sharing that with us.
But it doesn't matter. You know why? Because guess what? It could have been that. But it doesn't mean that there weren't 13 other unsafe practices that I was involved with. Because at that particular time, I was a crystal meth abuser. I had many, many, many sexual partners. I used to go to beer busts on Sundays.
Beer what?
Beer busts.
What was that?
They were like Sunday afternoon beer parties where you go to a bar and it'd be like 3 kegs. You pay 25 cents for a cup and you got to just keep drinking. And then, there were slings and Iron Maidens and, all sorts of BDSM types of things that strapped you down. And not that I was involved in that, but
hey, listen, you were young and enjoying life. Come on now.
Don't think I'm not free.
It was the time. Hey, you open book, be an open book.
I was 25 then.
I'm 61. Hey, we were all young and
I was a whole different sort of host. But today I'm cloistered. I'm a good chaste. I'm a good chaste lady today.
Oh Lord!
See, that's what these podcasts supposed to have been about. Yeah. Some of these, you got to have been truthful in some of these things. You
Absolutely.
See what I mean?
But guess what? If I don't tell you, you'll never know. Yeah. And these are the things that you should know, so that you can maybe go, I would, but I heard.
See, that's why some of these podcasts need to be about. There we go.
I won't.
Get it? That's why some of these podcasts need to be out. Different podcasts about different things. Some people with these podcasts are so fake and phony.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're about everything, about everybody. Be real and be more split.
This the realest conversation on the net.
You
For
see
real. This the realest conversation on the net.
That's how we are. That's why we are who we are.
The realest.
We are BMore4Real. Like it or not.
Because being honest is what got me wrong. Good, the bad, and the very ugly. But I'm better today because of it. I really am. I know better, and that's why I do better.
Let's get back to this when you said at night, but let's get back into it because
you just said 61.
Yeah, I am 61. I am. I'm blessed. I mean,
I'm right there.
So,
that's why they say black don't crack.
Man, these days and times, black is cracking the fuck up. I ain't even gonna lie.
There's a lot of black on
our race. I love our race. Our race is cracking the fuck up.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening now. Our race
is cracking the fuck up and cracked.
I don't know what's happening in our younger generation. They are young now and looking old as fuck. You know they are.
You got a lot of room to talk because you look amazing for 61. Really amazing for 61 for real.
But look at our young
Beijing
now.
Beijing,
yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is there any Beijing in that? Is there any Beijing over here?
Yeah. He got something going on.
Because that
it's just
that
for
looks
men.
natural.
I do the just for men.
Thank you. Thank you. See, this is natural. This is natural.
Look, we got some comments too. I sent an icon again. He said it takes a lot to share that. God bless you. He said at least you on your meds and now you okay. Yep. Brother Bobby B, which by the way, brother Bobby B, man, we appreciate you, brother Bobby. He do a lot. He does a lot for this show. He does a lot behind the scenes. We appreciate you, brother Bobby. That's this is the realest show, and the center icon said it's the realest as well too.
Thank you,
we
Bobby
appreciate
B.
you guys, man. We appreciate all of the comment viewers and subscribers and all that stuff, man. Take a second out to like the stream as well. Let us know that you guys like it, and if you don't like it, put the thumbs down. It don't matter. You can put the thumbs down if you don't like it, but at least let's get a reaction from it. A for real reaction from it, for real. Yes. We appreciate it. Man, brother Jerome. Look, you're always a guest on here, man. You're a person of value. You matter. I wanted to pick your brain up just a little bit. Hold on, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, let's go back to that.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's go back
no, go ahead, because I was going to switch it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we go back to that night. So when we do. So you said the guy, you with the guy, so you saying that, but you taking the chance, you spending that chance, but you saying that particular night, but you taking the chance the whole time. So it's because of the time. But you're saying you don't love him like that. You're liking him.
I did.
So can you
really want me?
Yeah.
It seemed like the young and the reckless.
You
know that. The only reason I'm saying it because watch this. When we BMore4Real, remember?
Right, we had that conversation. It's up. It's up.
That's why I'm.
It's up.
Right, you have to.
It's up.
You had
it's
to.
Up.
It's up.
Look,
this is BMore4Real. It's live.
Point. The dick was dicking.
And shit. I ain't want to hear that.
Okay, so they
had to. The reason why I want you to be real.
It's BMore4Real.
I want you to be
real.
And
I still let him come back.
But you want you to understand.
You understand?
Listen to this.
And that's terrible. The only one. It's terrible.
It's not terrible because you're not the only one because I want you to be truthful like this because you're not the only one. There's a lot of young men who went through similar situations, just like you, and who parents they don't talk to, who deal with situations like this.
He stole my
laptop.
He stole my laptop. He stole my fur coat.
Maria said, "Thank you for sharing your story." Maria said BMore4Real stands by the name. We sure do. BMore4Real Productions. We shout out to our production team. They said subscribe, man, and turn that notification button on.
So let's get into that feeling that you were there and you know. Come on, and just think about. You see how dangerous it is knowing that situation is like.
He cracking up
over
there.
You know it's
God laughing. He got laughing no ball.
You laughing because you know you at that feeling. You laughing because you know that it was
5 years ago. This is 30.
And we understand. But think about that time, that feeling. You
that
understand
feeling.
It. But
he stole. I had just bought.
But listen to what I'm saying.
And he stole it.
But
and
the things that he stole and the things that you gave away.
Yes.
At the same time. Think about it.
Same time.
So let's talk.
And was willing to give more. And gave more.
And wanting to give more.
Wanting to give more.
Oh.
And that spoke only to my self-esteem, my self-worth.
Why do you think you had so much less self-esteem in situations
I'll tell you
like
why.
that?
Because at that particular juncture, I was all about work. I was all about getting to the next level. I was making great money. And all my friends in my immediate circle were getting engaged. They were getting married. They were getting cloistered away into little couples. I didn't have that. And I didn't think that I wanted that because I didn't think that I could have both. Because I had a job where I was married to Mary Ellis and John as their assistant. So my job was a 24/7 type of situation. Mary Ellis would call me from Vietnam at Saturday night, 3 a.m. And I had to get up out of my bed and do what the hell it had to be done. So I couldn't be assistants.
Oh, okay.
The creators of the Real World and the Road Rules. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So
that's it. Okay.
That
so you were like a real busy assistant. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, your time constraints was it bothered with your commitment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But then I had this guy.
That's why you said you was married to the job.
Patrick Swayze, who was, bringing the dick of death, and and it was like, okay, well, you come over every once in a while, and okay, if that's what it takes. And then I was getting my needs met there, and he didn't ask for more. He didn't want all my time. He didn't need much else, So he came over for 3 days, and I went down to the store and I bought 100 pieces of chicken, so there was food in the house when I was gone, and then I'd come back and he'd be gone, and then my laptop was gone or my shoes were gone. Okay, that's fine. So you give and you take. There were allowances, but it was something. Because here's the thing. Even though I was hoeing, I didn't think myself as a hoe because I loved him. I cared for him. He seemed to care for me. And there were a couple other people on the roster, but he was at the top. So I didn't think that because I wasn't like 6 day a week, 6 different partners. I may have, he was my steady, but I only saw him maybe 3 times a month. And then in the filler, maybe there might be 1 or 2 other people. But in the course of a year, I only had 4 partners, 5 partners, but he was consistent. So to lose a laptop or a fur coat or a pair of boots was no big deal because I knew that the sex was going to be fire.
That's what it was.
That's
what it was. That's what it was.
Never have to worry. It wasn't trash. It was never trash.
Right. So we running a little bit down time. We want to is there a way that people can follow you and get in contact with you and please shout out to YouTube and stuff like that so people can
Positive the series on YouTube. I haven't shot anything recently, but I'm gonna get back up there. But yeah, you can look me up on YouTube, Positive the series. I have a URL, but
I just want to ask you: is you listen and you don't realize
I'm on
your
Facebook.
life? You need to start. Listen, it will be interesting.
I need a podcast.
Listen, not only that, you know what you need to start working on? A movie.
Actually, I'm working on a memoir.
And that will be nice.
I'm working on a memoir
for you, sir.
I'm working on a memoir. Mr. Bobby Blount.
Don't understand because but you need to go deep and then that's what you do because you really.
I can tell you a story about Jamie Foxx, but I'm not going to now.
Hold on, we want you to finish telling the people how they can follow you and get in contact with you and things of that nature.
You can look for me on YouTube. Positive the series is my YouTube channel. Just send me a message there. Yeah. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on all the social media platforms, but I haven't been very active But thanks to you guys, I'm going to get started
And we gonna
again.
Yes, sir.
And anytime you want to have me back,
That's it.
I
We're waking
would
you back up.
love-
We appreciate it.
You guys have been amazing.
The show couldn't be a show without you.
Hang out sometime outside of
listen,
here.
we gonna bring
Let's
like
break
I said,
bread.
and
Bobby B said you was busy, my brother.
welcome
Busy
to life.
chasing doctors.
Welcome to life. You know what I'm saying? And bring it
Shout
back
out to Diva.
and work it back
He said,
on.
"Ghost
I love
right
you.
ahead, Ghost right ahead." Shout out,
Diva,
Bobby B.
Diva.
Help you life. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we appreciate you for being here, man. It's the realest conversation anyway on the internet, man.
Thank
Love
you.
the
Seriously,
realness.
man.
You
Rated
sure
off in
do.
reality.
You sure do. If you never want to have me back, I understand.
No, look.
You insane.
This is
son.
what we do. You know what I'm
I
saying? This is what we do.
But I'm always happy to
That's
come
what
back.
we do. Number one podcast in Baltimore, brought to you by
It
way of
really
Real
is.
Explosions.
Shout out to
Um,
at BMore4Real.
Hey,
These
see how you
guys
did
are
that? You
real.
see how that passion?
These
But
guys,
listen, that's why I said
are
work on the
congenial.
memoirs to get
You
this
make me feel
work.
comfortable.
That's what it is.
I really enjoy what you're doing, and it's nice to see young black brothers doing the damn thing here in
You
Baltimore.
said young black brother, and I'm older than you.
Wow, guess what?
But I
You're
like that.
only as old as you feel. Because guess what?
But I like the guy.
53 and 61 is young.
And I love how you said
Okay.
that shit. You're
Okay.
gonna work on you, sir,
Think-
because you're gonna see what's next for you.
CJ
You
Johnson
understand?
says salute.
That's what I'm saying.
He says salute. Use your noodles. Positive experience. Positive
Absolutely.
lesson. Yes, we appreciate you, CJ. Man,
Thank
we
you,
had a lot
CJ.
of viewers and subscribers today. We appreciate you guys. If this is your
Thank
first time tuning in, please
I
go
hope
ahead
you
and hit
got
that like, share, and subscribe
some of my
button.
people that came on and
Yeah, a lot of your people,
Yeah.
man. You had some people
That's
show
why I
up
said
for
the
you,
love
man.
they have for you.
Yeah,
Thank
seriously.
So you
Thank
need
you.
to understand the love that
Thank
they
you.
have for you.
Seriously, this show don't do you justice enough, man. I know it's a
Thank
lot
you.
of different hats that you wear in the community.
Thank you. I
You know
had
what I'm
no
saying?
idea like
And
that.
that's why
I
we
didn't know
gonna do
what
the
to
connect.
expect.
Fill you
No
in.
idea.
That's what we do, and
But
we
this
follow
has been
through.
amazing.
We do, Jerome. BMore4Real, we follow through.
Yep.
And that's why I say with the thing, when you starting out with the podcast, you're going to see where you feel to do your thing. That's why I say, see what you do, fill out to see what it is. And you got to be real with where you're going. You understand?
Here's
You
what I
got to
would
be real with where you're going
if
and
I
what's
can put
next.
it out there.
That's
This
what I'm
would
saying.
be my goal. I want to do a radio show, a call-in radio show.
Oh,
where I give
okay.
advice.
Okay.
For all things HIV awareness, prevention,
That might be a
hepatitis
pretty
C.
good one.
Also, and just not so it's not all doom and gloom, but to give people information about reality stuff, because I can give you the commentary. Many of my friends are the showrunners of Real Housewives.
There you go.
Right. Those are one of the many hats that you wear.
My mentor,
There you go.
Matt Kunitz.
There you go.
Shout out to Matt Kunitz. I love you, brother. You are my mentor. He is the executive producer of Deal or No Deal Island. I am still very good friends with my former boss, Jonathan Murray. He supports me in all my endeavors. I can't thank them enough. Tony Gallagher, the executive producer of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Married at First Sight. You guys have all supported me all these years and been there for me in every way, shape, or form. LaRonda Morris, who is the editor of the former America's Next Top Model.
See, you get
Janice Dickinson.
And you know what be surprised about it? A lot of them don't even have primary care doctors either. That'll blow your mind. They have health
They don't have
insurance.
health insurance.
And a lot of them, listen, they don't have they covered by the medical, but they don't do the doctor things too. You hear how they die and be doing it. You be like,
I think
shocking.
correct me if I'm wrong though. I think the statistics are most men do not have a primary care
They
doctor.
don't.
Regardless of
You said that
race,
throughout
creed, or
other
religion.
show, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
They don't.
Or a huge number of them do not have a primary care.
And
So if you don't have one, get one.
It's strange
Definitely.
And if you
that it
need help
is.
finding one, call me.
Yes,
See,
for real.
remember how I said when you're find your way on the podcast that works for you. You see how you let God lead. If you let God lead the way, then you have the foundation.
Absolutely.
Most people jump in podcasts. Oh, I want to do this. Remember with the I thing. You understand what I'm saying? It never works out well. You know what I mean? Remember that joke said, tell God about your plan, and you see how God lasts. You. That's right. God tells you, you don't need nothing. God said, you don't need nothing. I created you. Your parents don't even own you. You understand something?
No, they were just the conduit.
They right.
Okay.
Soulful Production say a powerful message, Brother Jerome, man. We appreciate all our viewers and subscribers.
Thank
Number
you.
one podcast
God bless
in Baltimore, man. Realest conversation on the net. Rated off for reality. Brought to you by way of Real Explosion, man. I am your co-host, OMG Danny.
Uncle Wayne.
We have Mr. Jerome Singletary on, man. Catch us live each and every single Wednesday. Y'all know what's up, man. BMore4Real.